Hey everybody, I hope you're all doing well. Now I've got a massively busy weekend this weekend. I can't get out for a full hunt, but you guys have been asking me for a few weeks now to do a depth comparison test between the Simplex Plus and the new generation Simplex Ultra. So that's what we're doing today. I'm Adam, these are my metal detectors, and this is a test. Welcome to D-Tekt Sussex. Okay, so you guys have been asking me to do this for a few weeks now, so we're going to do a depth comparison test between the Simplex Plus and the Simplex Ultra. Now it's going to be an air test. I've got my depth evaluation and experimentation platform, aka a plank of wood, all ready to go. Now before anyone hits the caps lock button and starts complaining in the comments, yes, I am aware that air tests will not give you a full depth representation that you'll get in the ground. When you're detecting on land or on the beach, you will get less depth through that medium than you will through the air. However, today we're not looking for a number as to how deep these machines can go. We're looking at a comparison. So we're going to see which one out of the two is deeper under these conditions. So that's the basics of the test. Parameters wise, I've been thinking very hard about how I'm going to set these machines up. What I've settled on is field mode for both of them. Field mode, out of the three basic modes, park, beach and field, field is the deepest one out of those. All metal mode would be a little bit deeper, arguably, but more people are going to use field mode than all metal mode, and you get a little bit of confusion with the threshold, tone, that kind of thing can always change things because it's a bit subjective. So keep things simple, we're going to go for field mode for both machines. I'm going to set each machine up to be as deep as that individual machine can be, okay? I won't go through every single setting because it'll take forever, but essentially on the Ultra, I'm going to have the recovery speed down all the way. We don't have a recovery speed setting on the Plus. I'm going to have the discrimination off. I'm going to set all the settings on the Ultra, things like the detection depth, that kind of thing, as deep as possible. On the Simplex Plus, I'm going to have the iron volume off, again, no discrimination. And for both machines, I'm going to have the sensitivity up as high as I can get it without getting any excess chatter. Okay, so that's the idea. I've got 5 targets to test. I've got a musket ball. I've got a 50 caliber bullet tip. I've got a small, very thin gold ring, 9 carat gold ring. I've got a silver Queen Victoria sixpence, and I've got that gorgeous Roman coin that I found at Detectable earlier this year. So we're going to give those a try and just going to run them over the coils for each machine. It's a stock coil for each machine, the 11-inch coil for each machine, so there's no discrepancy there. We're going to run each target in turn in front of the coils and just see what depth we can go to, and it'll be whenever I hear the tone getting so faint that we probably wouldn't dig it. Okay, one little caveat to that, obviously you'll be hearing the sound through the microphone, I'll be hearing the sound through the air, so it'd be my judgment as to when it disappears. You may still hear the sound afterwards, you may feel like the sound disappears before. I don't know how it's going to go, but it will be my judgment as to where that's going to be. Okay, again, this isn't a laboratory test. I don't have an oscilloscope. It's just a bloke with a plank of wood and 2 metal detectors. Let's see how we get on. All right, so we're all set up and ready to go. I've got the Simplex Plus all set up. You should be able to see the screen, hopefully, if the second camera's working okay. We're going to start off with the musket ball, and as I said before, I'm just going to wave it in front of the coil as far down as I can and just make a note of how deep we go today on this test. So, musket ball, Simplex Plus. Varying the height as well, just to get the best signal I can. Okay, to my ear, I reckon it's about there, which is 10.5. I'll just make a quick note of that. Now I should say I've removed all metal from the area as best I can, wearing any rings or watches or anything like that. And yeah, so I'm just going to try and vary the height for each target as I go, just to try and get the best possible signal. So I'm giving each machine and each target the best possible chance. Okay, let's see how the Ultra does with the musket ball. Okay, so we've got the musket ball on the Simplex Ultra. Now, just for clarity, I'm not setting up the machine differently for every single target. I've filmed all of these Simplex Plus and now I'm filming all of the Simplex Ultra, but I'm cutting the footage up so that you will see it as target on one, target on the other, next target on one, next target on the other. Okay, so just a presentation thing, nothing more than that. I've got the Simplex Ultra set up, it's on 25 sensitivity. Hopefully you can see the screen and the second camera's working fine. We've got the musket ball, let's see how we get on. Okay, on about 9, 10, 11, 12. So where was this last time? I had 10.5 last time, so we're already on 12. And I'm just adjusting the height just so I can get the best possible signal. 12.5. Yep, I think that's repeatable enough. 13. Getting fainter, but I think if you detected that, you'd be quite comfortable. 13.5. 14. Just about 14, I think. Do you know what? Maybe even 14.5. Let's just make sure I'm dead on. Okay, if you get the height right, 14.5. By height, I mean in relation to the coil. 15, no. So I think we'll go for 14.5 on that one. So that's a gain of 4 inches for the Ultra on the musket ball. Okay, back to the Simplex Plus, and we've got the bullet tip. This is a 50 caliber bullet tip. It's a solid bullet tip, so full weight, not a hollow tip. Obviously it's an odd shape, so I'm varying the rotation as well. Okay, losing it about there. Okay, I think by my ear and my eye, we're on 11.5 inches on that one. The other thing to bear in mind, and I have people comment on this on previous tests, the camera angle is going to make things look a little bit different as well. So remember, the camera is, where is it? There, right, so straight line of sight, roughly to the middle of the screen, but as we go off to the left and off to the right, the angle will change a little bit, so just keep that in mind. Okay, let's check that on the Ultra. Okay, on the Ultra with the bullet tip. So this was 11.5 last time. 11.5 now is totally fine. There's 11.5. Let's keep going. Again, rotating it. 15, 16. Still hearing it at 16. 17. It's getting fainter, but it's still there. 17. 18.5. Oh, slightly. I don't think I'd dig that at 18.5. Let's try 18. We'll call that 17.5. Just about getting a repeatable signal. That would give me pause to dig. 17.5. Just writing that down. Okay, let's move on to the next. Okay, back on the Simplex Plus, and we've got the gold 9-carat, very thin gold ring. Let's give that a go. Oh, interesting. Okay, that is not picking that up at all. That's a surprise, considering I found it with the Ultra. Not the Ultra, the Plus. That's interesting. Now, I did find it with the SP24 coil on the Plus, so maybe it's just too small for the stock coil to pick up. That is interesting. Okay, well. little bit of a tick from it right at the start. So I'm actually just going to put it there because that did not pick that up at all. So we'll call that 0. Let's see if the Ultra does any better. Okay, gold ring now. Obviously the Plus struggled with this, so let's see how the Ultra handles it. Oh, okay. It likes that. Let me just adjust myself. I'm nearly on concrete. My knees are killing me. Should have bought a cushion really. Okay, that's fine. 9 inches. It likes that. The new generation Simplex, including the Ultra, are on 15 kilohertz. The original Simplex Plus is on 12, so that might explain a bit of a difference in the way it's picking the gold ring up. 15 kilohertz will be a little bit kinder to finds like gold. Okay, I think that's 11. Let's try 11 and a half. Oh, just about 11 and a half, I think. I think if I had that in a field, I'd probably dig it. Again, I don't know how this is coming through on the microphone, how much you can hear the tones. It's gone a little bit faint, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to say 11 and a half. I might dig it at 12, but I'm going to say 11 and a half just to give it the benefit of the doubt, because it is a little bit on the faint end. So that's 11 and a half on the gold ring. Okay, next. Okay, so I'm just returning to that gold ring on the Simplex Plus because I've wiped the sensitivity up full now. As you can hear, it's chatting away. So this isn't part of the test as such, but I just want to make sure it can be picked up by the machine. Yep, I don't think it likes it particularly much from the sound, but it is picking it up, so yeah, doesn't like it very much, but it can get it on the full sensitivity, but we won't include that in the test. That was just for my curiosity. Cool, moving on. Okay, there was a plane flying overhead, so I hope you can't hear that too loudly. On the Simplex Plus again, on the Victoria sixpence. This is a silver sixpence. Oh, that's better, it likes that. Okay, 9.5, 10, just about. 10.5, yeah, 11. Okay, losing it at 11.5, so I think just about 11 on that one. Okay, Simplex Ultra for the silver Queen Victoria sixpence. Ooh, likes that. And this was, for the last one, 11 inches, so let's go straight to 11. So 11 inches on the Plus, let's see how the Ultra does if we move a bit further down the range. 12, 13, 14, okay, getting fainter, but still repeatable. 15, okay, losing it a bit at 15, so let's go 14.5. It's faint, but it's repeatable at 14.5. And back to the Simplex Plus for the final time with the Roman coin. Oh, it likes that, doesn't it? Wow. Okay, it's fairly strong at 7. 7.5, 8. 8.5. Just about getting it at 9. Definitely not 9.5. Let's go back to 9. Yeah, just about at 9 inches. Okay, and let's just check that on the Ultra. And finally we have our Roman coin. Let's give that a go on the Ultra. Okay, so we had 9 inches on the last one. I'm on 11 already. It's still sounding. I'm just adjusting the height as I go for each pass, just to try and get the best possible signal. Let's go 12. Yep, 13. Yeah, I'd say so. 13.5. Getting fainter. but still repeatable. 14. Yeah, I think just about 14. If I get the height right vertically here, I'm just about getting a repeatable signal at 14, 14 and a half. No, a bit dodgy at 14 and a half. So 14 inches. That is an increase of 5 inches on the above the plus. That is fantastic. Right, let's have a look at the result. Okay, so these are the positions of the find for the Simplex Plus. So at the shallowest, unfortunately, it did struggle with that gold ring. When I found it with this machine, I did use the SP24 coil, which is elliptical, so that may have had a bit of an impact on it being found. I think I was also in park mode, so again, different mode, different settings. But in field mode, for the test I was doing today, it really did not pick up that gold ring at all. On the Roman was the next shallowest at 9 inches. We've then got the musket ball at 10.5, the Victoria silver sixpence at 11, and the bullet tip, 50 caliber solid bullet tip at 11.5. So let's compare that to the Ultra. So there we are. Now we've got the Simplex Ultra targets, and as you can see, all of the targets have jumped down the board quite some way. We've got the gold ring, which is now registering at 11.5, the Roman coin at 14, the musket ball and the silver Vicky sixpence at 14.5, and the bullet tip all the way down there on 17.5 inches. The difference here is significant. It's not just 1 or 2 inches here and there, it's quite a lot. The musket ball has jumped from 10.5 to 14.5, that's a 4-inch difference. The bullet tip has jumped 11.5 to 17.5, so that's 6 inches difference on the bullet tip. The gold ring has gone from nothing, because we couldn't pick it up at all, down to 11.5. There may be various reasons for that, but today we couldn't pick it up. Sixpence, silver sixpence, has gone from 11 to 14.5, so again 3.5 inches on that, and the Roman coin has jumped from 9 up to 14, so that's 5 inches more on the Simplex Ultra versus the Simplex Plus. So I think we can fairly conclusively say that the Simplex Ultra is significantly deeper than the Simplex Plus. Hope you enjoyed the video, everybody. I hope that was helpful to you. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. If you like the video, hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to D-Tekt Sussex yet, you can look forward to a brand new metal detecting video every single week if you just hit that subscribe button down below the video. Have yourselves a fantastic week, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Take care.